Hi, in this video I am going to show you how to incorporate envelopes and pockets into your journals and art scrapbooks. And I'm going to show you both ones that are pre-made and how to make your own for creative uses. This one right here is just an example of a pre-made envelope that I've used from Maya Road, one of their craft envelopes. And I usually would have a string and connect down there, but in this instance I hid it behind this page protector, but still allowed so that I could lift up this top flap and pull out the stuff that's inside, but I didn't want to tie it down. And then, let's see, this one I actually made my own pocket out of some craft cardstock and some tape, and I'll show you how I did that in just a second. Another one where I just simply took the envelope, and rather than attach it to my page, I just punched a hole in it and used it as a, in my three-ring binder. Just put a little hole in there and stuck it right into the binding. And this one is just a page protector that I have my title page on, and then I actually used it itself as a pocket as well as just attached a pocket onto the back. So there's so many different ways in which you can add pockets and envelopes into your scrapbooks to hide journaling and other stuff. So I'm going to show you how I did some of that. So this is just like that craft envelope that I showed you where I punched the holes in and then added it to my binder. Simply, it's just one strip of craft cardstock actually that I just scored on the bottom and then taped on the sides. And I'm going to show you really quickly an easy way to score something if you don't have a scoreboard, a scoring board or a scoring tool or anything like that. This is just a trimmer that I have here in the office. I'm going to just ignore my cutter there though and put this out here. I know that this is 12 inches and I want it to be an exact 6 by 6, so I'm just going to lay this down. You can either use anything, end of a paintbrush, anything that you want, and run it, the tip of it, this is just a mechanical pencil, run it through that channel that your blade would normally run through, and you have yourself your own handy little scoreboard, and it's created a score line on it so that you can easily fold this, and you've got yourself a perfect little pocket, a card, anything like that that you want to do without having to invest all that time into a regular scoreboard or the scoring tools and stuff. Okay, and then simply you just want to make sure you have some kind of tapes. Any of these tapes will do. Some of them are more heavy duty and stick more than others. The fabric tapes are really heavy duty. And this would be like where you can just play with this and just have fun and just create your pocket with it. And when they're tapes like this, they're super easy to rip off. And you don't have to tape the bottom unless you really want to. But so you just tape both sides. I'm going to do them both with the same color tape. I did the other one with different color tapes. This one happens to be a really wide tape, but you can also use the really thin tapes as well. Oops. Well, that kind of has a little wrinkle there. Just ignore that. But so then all you have to do is just punch the holes in it, and you created yourself a little pocket page that you can put into your three-ring binder or use ribbons or however else you're going to bind it. And if you wanted to, you could even create a little flap. You could tie a little ribbon right here so that nobody can see what's down inside there. I have one page where I did that with a felt pocket. You just poke a little hole right there and tie a ribbon, and then you know exactly what's inside there and no one else can see in there either. So that's how you make your own out of one piece of paper. If you want to make it out of two pieces of paper, obviously simple and easy enough, the same thing, only this time you have to tape all of the sides. Oops. I'm going to tape all three. I'm being kind of careless with my tape. It doesn't have to be perfect. The more that you take the tape off though and rearrange it, the less sticky it gets. So you may have to, if you have to take it off and start again, you may have to get a new piece of tape. I kind of like it messy, so, and I just tore off that end when it was too long. And this one I didn't make long enough, so I'd have to do a new piece. But you can definitely do layers of tape, and there you've got yourself a little pocket with all three sides taped. And you can, again, punch holes in it, tie it with a ribbon, tie the top with a ribbon, all different kinds of things. To put a pocket that lives right on the page without having to use two different pieces of paper, you just cut out the paper that you want, and again, tape it on all three sides. Or use some kind of a glue. You can use like a tape runner and just tape run on each of these sides like this, and then just stick it down like that, and you've got yourself a little pocket. This one, like I said, I used the tape, and you've got yourself a nice little pocket. Make sure that you don't tape it so tight that and whatever you're going to stick in there isn't too bulky. and the tape will stay. I've also done this where you can create yourself a page that will lift open, and you can use the tape as though it's a hinge, and you just tape on one side like this and then fold it over and do the tape on the other side, and it creates a really nice hinge. If you just tape the one side, the page can, when you open it, will tend to come open like that. So it's easier if you do something like this to put that within there. Another page that I've made here is from a canvas page from one of the Maya Road pieces where it's a canvas, and it would be normally sewn on all of the four sides. I'll show you one in just a second, where I actually took my seam ripper and just cut this top seam at the top and just made it into a little pocket that I can put things down into like that. You could obviously use a really sharp scissors and just cut the top and put it into your binding for a great little pocket. So I'm going to show you some of those here. This is the one from Maya Road that I just showed you. And you can buy them in a little canvas album like this, and it actually comes 3-ring like this, so you could easily take this album and either take the pages apart or use it itself and just cut each of the top seams and then use them as little pockets if you like. This is another size that they have. This is the 3x3, and it's even smaller, so you could definitely fit tiny little things in there. These are the Candor Shapes from Canvas Corp, and again, great for making little pages like that. You just can cut that top seam up there, poke your holes into it. I would use something like the Big Bite, where you can control the size and the thickness of the stuff that you want to put in there, and make the punches for your 3-ring binder or your post bound or whatever it is that you're using. And they come in a variety of different shapes, so you can do all kinds of really fun things. You know, a great little page that looks like that. And then I pulled out a whole bunch of other different things, different envelopes. I've used different envelopes like this and put them right on my page and punched holes in them and then stuck things inside of them. You can use a little card like this for a little pocket, tape the sides, or as I said, use a glue adhesive runner and create yourself a pocket, or you can even punch holes this way and create a pocket, putting things in this way for when you turn the pages. All kinds of pre-made envelopes, and from all different colors, from Memory Box. And we've got a ton of these different ones from Maya Road in all different sizes. These are rectangles, and they all have different edging and the little string enclosures. This one is the window envelopes, which are kind of fun because then you can actually put something in there that you can kind of peek through and see. There's the glassine envelopes from Tim Holtz, which have a different kind of a texture to them, kind of like a waxed paper almost. You can kind of see through it a little bit, so you can put some kind of a really cool stamped image inside there, or die cuts, or all kinds of things down inside there, and have a really neat effect. I also pulled out a couple of these things from Russell and Hazel that we carry. These are these little mini adhesive pockets, and so it's all clear, and you could easily, like, their whole backing is adhesive, and you put that onto your page and stick things if you want people to be able to see them. And these are binding pages, so you could actually put this onto any one of these things and adhere it to it, and you automatically have your 3 holes punched in it. And that way, if you didn't want to punch it into your envelope, if you needed all of the space in the envelope for whatever you're putting inside. There is obviously different size page protectors that you can use. This is the little 4x6 one that they have, and it actually has tiny little holes, so it's not meant to go into a binder. It's meant to actually stick onto a page, and you can go like this and then put things behind it, and put little things inside the pockets. And then I just grabbed a whole bunch of other little fun things that would be really fun to be able to do little pockets with. Some little index cards, and you can tape the edges and have little tops. These little clear cards from Pink Paisley. Tape one of these or glue one of these onto your layout, or punch holes in it and use it in a journal. Any 4x6 paper pads or 6x6 paper pads, just take a couple of these and put them together and punch your holes, and you've got a great little pocket, an envelope. So many different things you can do, especially these different types of chipboards and stuff like this that already have the holes punched in them. Just put some tape along the edges, decorative tapes, paint this, stamp on it, do all kinds of things, and you've got yourself a really fun pocket. Chipboard banner album from Pink Paisley that has all kinds of opportunities for it. And then, like I said, any kind of papers. The 6x6 paper pads are really easy to use, and you can just rip them off and tape them together, adhere them, cut them with decorative scissors, punch them, and then put a couple of holes in them, and you've got yourself a really unique pocket that you made yourself just for your album. So that's it for envelopes and pocket pages.